Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach, we found Uthor the Undying, taking vigil over the now dead King Gustav. Someone from the council or somebody sent mages to kill off the king. Who knows what they're working on right now. But we had to put a pin in that because we need to get Pinwin's family to safety. And Hirstag came up with a really good idea of just putting a tree in there. So now we've transported to Shadeholm, have explored Pinwin's father's shed, and Pinwin got all weird for a minute there.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome back to the D20 20 Syndicate podcast.
Wow, you started like Curly and then ended with a monster truck announcement.
We are a weekly Dungeons and Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table we have our players.
Push it, drag it, pull it. I'm Billy, and I play Willem.
I'm Elijah, and I play Hirstag.
Sunday!
Is there a reference I'm not understanding?
Tractors jumping over penguins, lawnmowers jumping over babies.
Babies eating lawnmowers.
Nuns castrating kings.
King's being real upset for some reason.
Barbie's getting saucy. Who's Ken dating now?
Ken putting her in her place.
Oh, God. I'm Tomas, I play Tomas.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
And each week we record our monster truck voices for your listening pleasure. This is episode 68.
Ooh, that's almost a sexy number.
Guys, it's not there yet.
It's almost Christmas, guys.
It's almost Christmas.
What do you want for Christmas, Seth?
This to end.
Ooh, I knew he was.
By this, I mean my life.
Typical prisoner.
I think we can arrange that for you, buddy.
Merry Christmas! Ah!
How do I put a tag or bow on a gun?
I don't know. Walmart does it. You could probably figure it out.
Can you gift wrap this? Just a desert eagle. No box.
Just
I
slap
wonder what
a
it
bow
is,
on
and
it.
you're like shaking it.
Careful, it's loaded.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So yeah, we play Dungeons and Dragons and wax poetic about dumb bullshit. And as we mentioned, we're on episode 68 in our fourth arc of the campaign, third for you listeners. So before we get into our campfire question, I would like to go ahead and plug our social media, as I always do. Check out our Instagram, Elijah. Check out our Facebook, Lindsey. Check out our Patreon, Billy. Check out Twitter, Michaela.
What?
And Tomas, why don't you go to the URL box
Hit me with it.
at the top of your browser.
Oh, yeah?
You just type in www.youtube.com. This will blow your mind. /D20 Syndicate.
That's not real. That won't. That will not take you to the channel. You need like 1,000 subscribers or something to be able to have your channel have a name.
Well, luckily we have 100,000 subscribers, guys.
Woo! We did it! It's Christmas! No,
God bless us, everyone!
no,
Episode 69.
it's like youtube.com/HQZYGGG128.
So what you're going to do instead is you're going to go
I'm gonna
to
search.
YouTube and you're going to search for D20 Syndicate.
Okay.
And then you'll find our YouTube.
Which has some videos on it.
Yes, it does.
There's
every
a couple
episode.
of them that aren't the episode, too. So
Yeah, we've made some fucking awesome-ass bullshit that you guys should check out.
And we're trying to make more videos, so if you guys have ideas for videos that you would like to see, whether they be funny or educational or sexy,
Sexicational.
then let us know.
What about the Discord? Who's going to the Discord?
Oh, I will
Just
go
our
to the Discord.
patrons. Just our patrons.
Oh, yes, so that
if
you'll
you
have
guys want
access
to
to
talk
that.
to us directly, you can go to our fucking Patreon and support us there.
And we're all on it.
Or you can just call me.
Well, I think it's time for today's Around the Campfire question.
Oh, shit.
So, what I believe is a good idea is to explain to you listeners, since you might be confused if this is your first episode, and if it is, as I always say, enjoy it. But if you might be a little bit confused because we are dead in the middle of the third podcast arc.
And also not playing D&D right now.
Yeah.
Fucking around.
Yeah, so check out our first episode titled Gunky Evil, and it'll kind of clue you in on a lot of the backstory of the characters and exactly what fucking crazy ass shit is going on right now.
Yeah,
To be
get
fair, we
gunky.
also started that episode midway through a campaign, too.
That's true.
So,
But
whatever.
we did a good job
Yeah,
of catching people
yeah,
up. And
totally.
we had a new character join. So, you know, he's our fish out of water.
Just been chaos
Old
the whole
character
time.
join after
Halfway through the show.
the show started being a show, but was in it before it was,
was
a
a
show,
show.
and then had to leave.
Yeah. And then there's her
Stroke. I had a stroke. Sorry.
then there's Smoochie, who
Yeah.
left the show before it was a show, and then re-entered the show.
as an NPC. Sort of.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of layers.
I hope you guys can, you know, I hope you guys are paying-
up!
Yeah.
Sunday! Why are you squeezing your nose?
Because I hit it on the microphone Sharpie. It was very sharp, and I think my nose is cut.
I think you've
not.
been hurt more than anyone else on our
I feel like you have
podcast.
like zero spatial awareness or something.
I just get used to the microphone being here. I like know it's here, but I don't know it's here. Like I know where my
It
voice
sounds like
needs
you
to be.
don't know that it's there. Like period.
Or where your own balls are.
Or nose.
Agree to disagree.
Or hands. You have no spatial awareness.
Agree to disagree.
Moments
your
before
Carol
the
that has
episode
tongue
started,
legs?
you almost fell out of that thing.
Yeah.
I pretty much did. I was like the only reason I didn't hit the ground is because of my hand.
We will witness your death.
Yeah, I know, and I'm looking.
It has been
forward to
foretold.
Well, that would be
Can't
good in
stand
case.
life anymore.
It'll be good in case someone is like, prove it.
it. All right, stupid. I'll show you.
He's way dead.
Stands out in the
just,
street.
just run in front of a train.
Try to reenact the Mr. Bean or Rowan Atkinson from Rat Race, but you actually go
Okay.
in front of the train.
We should get started on this.
Here we
episode.
go. Here we go.
Around the campfire question. Today's Around the Campfire question is: if your character had the chance to rename the party, no questions asked, what would it be?
Me and Elijah both make a face like, oh no.
Tomar.
The Disciples of Workrag. Plus Pinwin.
I like it. It's catchy. Hirstag.
The trees of Moonreach.
Eloquent. Willem.
Willem Valtel and the Heartbreakers.
Going back to a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
Gorbel.
Gorbel.
Gorbel, round up. What? You?
Pinwin.
I'm so bad with names.
If someone said, "What are you called?" and you had to come up with something now, what's the first thing that you would say?
Snorkel.
What? I don't know.
2 hours.
Pinwin and Friends.
Pinwin and Friends. Well, I hate all of them. So I'm glad you guys decided on the Wolves of Moonreach somehow.
You said you liked mine.
I was lying. It's called acting.
Oh, that was brilliant.
All right, so should we get started?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So when we last left off, Pinwin, you had found a memory stone, and you were seeing visions that looked like they belonged to your father's memories.
The memory remains.
No one say anything because I want him to feel bad.
I don't. I have no
his shame
awareness
capacity.
of other people's emotions.
It's gone. He has no shame.
But yeah, you saw some interesting things in there, and the rest of everyone, well, Gorbel and Tomar are in the cabin with you. Everybody else is on the ground below. And the vision ends after seeing Moonreach's skyline, if you will.
Okay. Wow. That was wild.
What?
What happened?
What'd you see?
You didn't see it?
You put it on your head, Pinwin,
I mean, I thought it maybe would like...
like a projector.
Yeah, maybe make you all... What did I look like then?
You just
You
look
looked like
yeah.
you holding a stone to your
Yeah,
head.
that's all it was.
Oh, I just... Not even, okay.
Your eyes looked kind of
Goofy?
stupid, but
Okay. Oh, well,
Your eyes got all goofed up.
well, that's not as fun as what I saw. But also still pretty fun, I mean.
are you going to
gonna
tell us?
Oh, yeah. So I saw a lot. It showed, but it was, memories surrounding my dad. My dad apparently, oh my gosh, there were so many things. So there was one part, though, where he was talking with these two little, like, tiny little creature people. And then he started painting, and then what he was painting, he like threw the painting in the air and it turned into a bird.
What kind of trick is that?
I don't know. I didn't know he could do that. He never showed me that.
Was he using that? And I look at the brush.
It's a different brush than the one in the memory.
Different brush than the one in the memory, but I mean, yeah. And then some other things showed him like happy, and then with him and Mom, it was so sweet. Did I cry? I felt like crying. Did you see tears?
A little bit.
Oh,
Gorbel wiped him away.
oh, Gorbel.
I didn't get the stuff coming out of your nose, though.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. So, because that was very sweet, and then it showed them in a carriage, and they were riding off. Were they riding away from the Midland Wilds?
Toward.
And then it showed my parents riding in a carriage towards the Midland Wilds. It was crazy. It showed them with Moonreach right in front of them.
Did your parents ever live in Moonreach?
I don't
travel
know.
there?
I don't know. They never talked about that, I guess.
It wasn't being sieged then, was it?
I mean, your mom's downstairs. We could ask her.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to now. That was... Whoa.
Do you
I'm
need
so
anything
sorry.
else out of here?
What's your mom's name again?
Ballora. Yep, Ballora. I don't know. I just... Maybe just one last look.
I'll leave you
Around.
to it. And then I pat him on the shoulder and I go down the ladder.
I'll just give every...
Spot me.
All right, I gotcha.
Dude, did I just drop?
Yep.
Are you...
How high up is it?
Probably 40 feet.
Okay, yeah. I'll spot her.
I'm going to carefully descend.
Okay. Or ascend downward.
Downly.
Down.
And I'll just take one last look and then, I don't know, try and take it all in.
Shut the lights off. Throw the towel over your shoulder.
Yeah. Blow a kiss.
Closing time.
Yes, that. And then I'll make my way down.
All right.
Unless there's anything magical that popped up.
There wasn't.
Yeah, I got the crystal. That was pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, so yeah. I'll depart with my air kiss and then descend.
Okay. Ascend downly to the ground. Hirstag, you have been reaching out. You're attempting to commune with nature.
I am.
And Willem is also sitting there.
You're just also communing with nature
So-
in his own personal way.
So I'm actually sitting adjacent to Hirstag, kind of pantomiming what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've just kind of been sitting in silence. And I kind of open one eye, looking at him. And I'm just like, Hirstag.
Hey, Willem.
Hey.
What's going on?
I was just kind of wondering, you know how like Tomar and Pinwin can do that thing where they can talk to people that are really far away?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
No, not really.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I can use this thing that I'm doing right now to, like, communicate with other druids. But I need to know, like...
She's not a druid. Never mind.
She...
But that's pretty cool.
Who are you talking about? Who do you want to talk to?
I mean, she's not a druid, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
But thanks, man. You,
Well, I didn't do anything.
Thanks for that, too.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem.
Have you been talking to any druids?
No, I mean, I'll get a feel for them if they're here.
Did they know that you're
Probably.
getting a feel for him? Seems kind of invasive.
Maybe they'll sense it. They might try to talk to me. I don't know.
Is it like a tingly?
It's more like hey, hey,
That
I'm
sounds
here.
startling.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, that one druid I talked to in Midland Wilds, I think he was doing something.
How
He
many
got startled?
How many druids have just dropped dead due to like sudden starting?
Just climbing a cliff.
What the?
They forget to wild shape. They just fall.
Are you guys your own worst enemy? Just constantly surprising
The
each other
Druid
to death.
Wars took out many a friend.
It was the most accidental war of all time.
Whoops!
It was the war of telecommunications.
I mean, it's just something that we kind of have to deal with, you know?
You guys are all kind of telepathetic.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little.
Got it.
Yeah. Well, I wish I could help you out, man.
Oh, that's okay. I just thought I'd ask.
If she's in the area, I can look for her.
I don't think she is.
I'll look for her. I'll
Please
find
don't.
out for you, buddy.
Please don't.
Okay.
Oh, hey, they're coming back.
Oh,
Anything good up there, guys?
Mom!
Did anything happen when he was looking for stuff?
You did not commune with any druids. You don't sense anyone in the presence other than animals. You can sense that there might be some sort of fey presence.
Well, I can sense specific things. Hold on.
You should have told him you were doing that.
So I'm just gonna assume what you're looking for. Otherwise, you trying to find out weather, or what are you doing?
Powerful celestials, fey, fiends, elementals, or undead. That'll be one that I'm looking for.
Okay, you do see that there are fey
Fey.
within a 3 mile radius.
5 miles.
5 miles? Yeah, there's definitely fey.
Wait a minute. 3 miles.
So the thing I said.
Yeah. Influence from other planes of existence.
Interestingly enough, you do feel the influence from another plane of existence. You feel like there's some sort of doorway in that 3 mile radius.
a doorway. Whoa. Interesting.
Keep that note, Billy.
Prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples. Prevalent.
Prevalent?
I'm prevalent as fuck, yo.
Well, you definitely sense the presence of your friends. But you don't see, and there's no other real people around. But like I said, you did sense the presence of Fae within that 3 mile radius.
Okay. So we're not within 3 miles of Shadeholm?
You're a little ways out into the woods, so
Okay.
probably just beyond it. I think it was like 4 or 5 miles, maybe, or it was a bit in there. It was a hike.
Cool.
Yeah, we wanted to be a
Interesting.
little hidden.
Okay. I'm going to stand up.
All right, everyone is back on the ground. Osmo comes up to you, Pinwin.
You were trying to talk to your mom?
Osmo comes up to you, Pinwin.
Mm.
What's it like in there, Pinwin?
I mean, you guys could have come up.
He looks around nervously. No, it's all right. It feels a bit disrespectful, I guess.
I mean, Dad, he gave it to me, but I think...
I think I just feel weird. He didn't specifically say that we could come in, and it'd be like, what if he's a ghost? And then I don't want to mess with that at all.
All right, I guess if you insist. But yeah, I don't know. If you change your mind, let me know.
But just describe it to me.
So it's totally, and I'll just like explain what you
Very
did.
strong detail.
Yes. And it's so magical and cool.
That does sound magical and cool.
Yeah, you'll have to come up there sometime.
Rain check on that.
Yeah. But this is what I found, and I'll show him the crystal.
What is it?
His skin
It's
starts
kind of
melting.
warm. Like pocket warm.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
He touches it. Ooh, it is pocket warm.
Yeah. You want to know what it is?
Yes.
It holds memories.
You've got to be joking.
Yes, and I saw some memories of Dad. And he apparently like met with some people, and he can paint.
And then right as you're saying that, your mom slips her hand over your mouth, and she's like, Pinwin, I think maybe you're a bit exhausted. Can I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Let's talk over here.
Okay.
And she leads you away from the others.
Smack.
Use your...
Is his brother going to try and put it on his head? He still has the stone.
Oh, I didn't get it back?
I don't think... Did you say?
Yeah, you were
put it
like,
in? Oh.
it's hot like a pocket.
I thought
then you
I
handed it.
was holding it,
But
but he
did he-
touched it too.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even hear him say that you put it against your head. But no, I mean, Pinwin's still got the stone, yeah. So, Pinwin's pulled off to the side. What are you guys doing?
Well, I'll stroll up. All right. So I communed with the surrounding nature. We got a portal somewhere to another place. We got fey creatures. We got trees. We got animals. We're not within 3 miles of Shadeholm.
Osmo says, yeah, I think it's about like 5 miles.
5 miles.
Oh, we should have teleported closer.
That's okay. Just got a little hiking to do.
Sorry.
That blows. No,
Walking.
you
Yeah.
said portal.
A portal.
portal
What kind
somewhere.
of a portal?
It's
Hopefully it's
usually
not-
a portal to another plane.
So we should watch our step for that, or
We definitely should if it's
We
one
can
of the
keep
ones.
our eyes out. Maybe if we encounter it, I can tell, where it goes.
Like a year back. Like when I got back from the ethereal plane, I arrived in the Blue Valley, and they were saying that like a while ago there had been random portals that had been opening up, and then dead things were coming out.
what?
Yeah,
Ew.
but they said they resolved that, so hopefully that's not what it is.
Well, the only thing I sensed was Faye and this portal. So
Did you tell them about what you learned in that office? Oh, okay, cool.
so
I couldn't
didn't
remember.
sense any undead. If there were undead within 3 miles, then I would have been able to see them. So
Well, if there are undead, we'll fuck them up for sure.
we will. Not worried at all.
Well, so
These dead things, like you mean like corpses or like undead?
various undead.
Oh. That doesn't sound good.
I never saw what it was, but
Maybe it's a happy
Did you hear
portal.
where it was?
all over the Blue Valley, there was like a big battle.
Did you hear how many?
Lots.
Because
Like it was a very big threat.
What is it, Billy?
Willem reaches into his pack.
What is it, boy?
Miss Shadow.
How many? That's too many. I can't handle that. Go to bed. Kennel up.
when Pinwin and I were in Shadeholm, I was investigating one of the houses there. I believe it was Astor's house.
Pinwin isn't with us right now.
Oh,
I thought Pinwin was right here.
He's talking to his mama. He's no longer with us.
Pinwin. Hardly knew ye. When we were in Astor's house in Shadeholm, I found it looked like marching orders or like some sort of document showing where the Inquisition had soldiers stationed up, and it had something about portals and it might be locations of these portals that you're talking about.
Fuck, can they teleport and shit?
Did I sense more than one portal?
You just sensed one.
Just one portal. Well, yeah, I sensed one portal.
And that's within the 3 miles.
That would
so-
explain why they
True. They could be.
are always getting the drop on us.
Yeah.
Well, they had a list of portals. There were 5 of them. There's one in Starhost, Rose Lake, Bronze Wall, Moonreach, and Ravenmoor.
There was a
Okay.
map before or
Okay.
something that had markings. Were those all the same places that had?
3 of them were.
Some of them were circled and some of them were X'd, right?
In Gil Michael's book.
Yeah.
The markings, did any of them have like a triangle shape with a sphere in the middle?
I pull out Gil Michael's book that he gave me, and I thumb through the pages. Can I find where that was?
You see Moonreach, or sorry, no, you don't see Moonreach on there. My bad. You see Ravenmoor, Bronze Wall, and Rose Lake.
All right, I need to clarify. So when I sense portals with this spell, it's specifically influences from other planes. So it's not they're not like teleporting through these portals
On
to
this
here
plane,
from
they're possibly
one plane.
teleporting to another plane,
Well,
or
they still
teleporting
could.
things from another plane
Yeah.
here.
They still could, though. Like, a lot of people take the ethereal plane as like an interdimensional highway to get to another plane. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's fine, but yeah.
That's fine, but you're wrong.
If
and let me
there's no
let me
other
count the
plane,
waves.
if there's no other plane influencing this portal, then I would not sense it.
But
That's
still,
what I'm trying to say.
But still, what he said.
We're both right. Shut up, Hirstag.
Yeah, we're
Oh, yeah.
nom, nom, nom. Push it, drag it, pull it. Push it, drag it, Hirstag it.
So let's switch to you, Pinwin. Your mom pulls you to the side. About what you were going to say to Osmo. What did you find in the cabin?
Well, Mom, I think you've got some explaining to do because that was just very interesting. I saw a few things.
Such as?
Why didn't you tell us anything?
About which things?
The swing.
So many things. Here, do you want to see?
I don't know if I would be able to see.
Well, okay, so, yeah, I saw the whole thing with Dad meeting with little people, who were those little creatures?
Those were his Fey instructors. They taught him in the way of being a bard.
Oh, Dad was a bard too? That makes sense. Cool. That checks out. And then, yeah, I saw him painting, and then he threw... Did he throw the painting itself or the paint?
He tossed the...
He threw the painting in the air and then it turned into a bird.
Yes, that was one of my favorites, really.
Did he, could he do that with anything?
Anything that he drew, yes. For the most part, I think there was a limit, but...
That's so cool. Man, that's really cool. Why didn't he do it more?
You're aware of how our village kind of regards anyone who shows an extreme difference. He was doing it more for self-preservation, and as he got older, it was more of something that was a remnant of his youth as opposed to a path that he wanted to continue to pursue.
Okay. All right, and then, yeah, Midland Wilds and, Moonreach? What?
Did you just call it Moonreach?
Mood ring?
And Mood Rings?
Moonreach.
Moonreach. Yeah.
We may have gone through Moonreach. We used to travel quite a bit, if you recall. Especially when your older siblings were a lot younger, it was easier. But now there's so many of you that it's not as easy.
Yeah, there are a lot of us.
Insight check, Mom.
What about Midland Wilds?
Well, Midland Wild.
I mean, same thing?
Yeah.
Just going through?
yeah,
It's
well,
between.
We traveled a lot.
So they weren't significant at all? You didn't, stay there?
Well, we probably stayed in Moonreach, maybe. Yes.
Were you guys always from Shadeholm?
Yes, we've always been from Shadeholm. But we used to travel quite a bit.
Can I roll insight?
Yes.
Oh.
Go ahead and actually roll.
Yeah.
With an advantage because it's your mom.
Yeah, Mom. Oh my god. Well, what am I rolling?
Insight.
You asked to.
Damn it. 11.
11.
Oh wait, no. My other one was 5, so 13?
So you get the sense that she's not revealing everything, but you can't really discern why. But you do get that vague sense, but it's not so confident that you're 100% sure that's what she's doing.
Okay. So just riding through, huh? Nothing else? Right?
Give me a persuasion.
I'm gonna use a different dice this time.
Just do Pinwin bad cop.
This is what you know! I throw myself at her.
What's a galog?
Where's the realm of ice? 31.
Oh, okay. So she kind of she looks around nervously.
Pinwin guilt trip.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. What were we rolling? Persuasion? What did I roll? I was looking at the wrong thing. Not as good, but 21.
Oh, okay. She seems a little hesitant to say, but she's like, "Well, I mean, we traveled through Moonreach, and it was about 22 years ago, 23, somewhere in there. It's quite possible you were conceived there."
I'm from Moonreach?
Well-
So cool.
Your dad is not your dad.
Your dad is Smoochy.
That explains the muscles.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, that's cool.
It's a road baby, as we call it. It's not not the easiest thing to explain. It's should be in the home village. So.
Yeah.
Suck it,
Well,
Pinwin,
thank you
road
for telling.
baby.
Thank you for telling me, Mom.
Road baby.
Yes, and keep your father's his past quiet for now. I don't know how your siblings would react, and he wanted to keep it under wraps. I think he's part of the reason he wanted to bequeath the cabin to you is because you yourself have an element of bard to you, and I think that resonated with him, and he saw a bit of himself in you.
Oh, Dad.
And he was never very happy about staying in Shadeholm his whole life. He wanted to continue traveling, but as I said, it was so much more difficult once everyone came along.
I suppose, yeah. Wow, that's a lot.
He knew you'd be the least judgy of his children.
I'm a road baby.
That's the episode
name.
Road baby.
Absolutely road baby.
Oh man. And Midland Wilds, that was just a stroll through.
It's between.
Yeah, you would
Betwixt.
see the Midland Wilds in the distance.
Oh, I see what
I
you're
should have
saying.
probably
Gotcha.
specified better.
Okay. Okay, that was everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
My memory is so bad.
Pinwin, we're burning daylight over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can.
Remember, just
Yeah.
and then I would maybe hold on to that, or maybe put it back. I don't know if your dad wanted you to.
Can I tell my friends?
As long as it's not in earshot of, like Osmo, I think he'd be a little bit offended that you got to see these awesome memories and he didn't. You know how much he idolized your father.
Well, I mean, I did tell him that I saw the memories. That was.
Well, maybe.
I didn't tell him what they were, though.
Oh,
Maybe I'll change it and I'll just say they were super lame. Would that be better?
Perhaps.
Okay.
But your friends are calling. Let's hurry back before they get suspicious.
Okay.
And they return.
Pinwin, what were you doing? I'm very suspicious.
I'm like dancing.
So they
Nothing.
Pinwin was just showing me his new song that he wrote.
Do you want to hear it?
You wrote a song just now?
Does
With
it
your
have to do?
mom?
Does it have to do with anything about demons coming out of these portals?
Demons coming out of portals?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Okay, let's hear it.
So it's about something else.
Can you do it while we walk?
So you want to hear the song? Okay. Yep.
Your mom looks at you like, I'm sorry.
All right.
Road babies.
Right. That's what
Dancing
immediately
here and
comes to
there
his head at
everywhere.
first. He starts to strum and almost says "road babies" immediately, and then starts to sing "Can turn pain into things," but like stops himself, and then he'll just start to make up a song about how he just like narrating what we just did. Like we were with Uthor, we went through a magical tree, saw the purple acorn, saw Dad's memories, that kind of thing.
It's a lackluster tune, but he does a pretty good job of faking it. Give me a performance. Let's see exactly how good of a job.
Still
good.
under construction.
So good. So yeah, that one is 31.
Okay, so it's pretty good. Like you're if you were listening, you were impressed probably by the amount of time it's been since those events transpired and how quickly he was able to craft a song.
Wow, that's like my
It's
favorite
really
song.
good. I'm not sure about that rap interlude, but everything else is cool. Those were some weird bars.
Boars.
Anyway, well, let's go. Can you lead the way? We don't know where we are.
Yes. Let's go. But you were talking about portals, and we'll talk as we walk. But yeah, so I'll start leading them in the direction.
Yeah, the Inquisition had a list of places where they had portals and soldiers, evidently. And we're talking about how demons, evidently, were coming out of these portals. And they had them listed in, like, sequential order. So, like, Starhost was
Not here, though,
listed
right?
as one. No, it was Starhost, Rose Lake, Bronzewall, Moonreach, Ravenmoor. And they each had, like, in that order, a corresponding number next to it.
That's not good,
Doesn't seem ideal.
right?
Was there anything with Roundfoot Town?
Not that I could see.
So that must have just been to get us, just to fuck with us.
Did
or
you guys
something.
tell me there's a portal nearby?
No.
I'm about to.
Oh.
Pinwin, you're telepathetic too.
Well, yeah, it's weird that you mentioned that. I did sense a portal nearby, somewhere within a 3-mile radius.
But not
Really?
demonic in nature, right?
I can't tell anything about
extra
that.
planier.
Just
Can you tell how close it was?
within 3-mile radius.
That's just all you know. Okay.
He said
Within, yeah.
again.
I also sensed some fey creatures.
They're here still?
Yeah, I wasn't really surprised by that, though. It's like a pretty magical forest. So,
I guess
Pretty
I
much
never
anything.
thought about
and
that.
you know, now that I think about it, the portal, the fey creatures, it's probably to the Feywild.
That would make sense. They
Yeah.
kind of seem to be in and out and doing their own thing. They're so fun.
We're gonna have a bad time fighting potential demons if Calcifer has that in tow. I don't know why you'd have access to demons, but
Do you have any idea of any portals nearby?
I don't know. I just saw these fey creatures. Maybe I can try to track them? And we could try to get to the portal. Do we want to do that?
That'd be interesting.
let's secure Shadeholm first.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
We
what if
might
they
kill two
help
birds with
us?
one stone that way.
We're gonna kill way more than 2 birds.
Let's avoid killing birds and kill soldiers instead.
And we are
It was
going
a
to
metaphor.
straight up,
Metaphors are lost in Gorbel.
You illiterate.
and we are
Dunce.
straight up just killing them, right? They just seem so not smart.
Crunchy.
Like
Should
then
we
it's
come up
just
with
mean.
a plan?
We should. What do you think we should do?
I'm not the plan guy. I'm the muscle.
No,
remember?
what about you? You're pretty quiet so far.
Who are you pointing at?
The other brother.
Oh,
Barley?
Barley, yeah. He kind of thinks for a second.
I mean, you protected the village. That was your job until you got stolen away.
He kind of froze his brow and then he looks excitedly and he looks over at Osmo and Osmo looks back at him excitedly. And at the same time, they both go, The secret tree!
Secret tree.
And Barley nods, and he's like looking around. There's a secret tree, see? Outside the village. But the branches go way up top, and they're sturdier than you'd think. We have a rope that goes down.
How sturdy?
He looks you up and down. Sturdy enough.
So I like to hear.
I think that if we were smart about it, maybe we could use the secret tree. And Osmo interrupts. The secret tree!
Secret tree.
What are Pinwin's sisters doing?
They're just, they look a little bored at the moment. Eiley, she's scanning, she's actually scanning like around. She looks pretty sharp with her, like she's searching for something, and the bow doesn't leave her hand. But what is the name of the other one? Sorry, I have the notes. Darla, yeah. Darla just kind of like not really paying attention, just walking close to her mom.
I mean, yeah, so we'll go to Secret Tree.
Secret tree!
Secret tree. I'm so excited. I didn't know there was a secret tree.
And they look at each other. Well, we were waiting to tell you till you was older.
Oh, thanks.
They share a look like.
A lot of secrets in that family.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I thought that was in my head.
Whoops. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. And they like eyes you up and down suspiciously.
I him up and down suspiciously. Then I smile. Like it's all okay.
Smiles back.
Gorbel should know about secrets. Secret trees, secret tunnels.
Secrets hurt someone.
I've never known a secret.
What's that?
What's in a secret?
Never even heard of them.
Are you saying Seacrest?
Because I have heard of that. All over my wall.
What?
I was implying posters, but
Yeah,
I
well,
can see
Yeah, no, we get it.
Ryan Seacrest.
Oh yeah, you're definitely
we get it,
plastering posters all over your
Does
wall.
he even have a poster?
He better. Or I'm going to be sending a very frosty email to Amazon.
Someone needs to lock that down.
Seth's just printing off Google image searches of Seacrest.
You can still see the search bar and the ads.
One of them is framed.
Well, I'm gonna proceed walking and keep
do you
my eye
guys
out
want to
for
lead?
portals.
Yeah, do you guys want to lead the way to Secret Tree, and I'll just see if we might happen upon those Fae buddies?
They look back at each other. Secret tree!
Secret Tree.
Well, usually you wait till you see the secret tree, because then you know about it, and then you can say secret tree, Pinwin.
So are we here?
Secret tree!
No, we're not here yet.
Well, then shut up and get us there.
When do we say it?
When you see the tree, then you're in on the secret. You can't say secret tree unless you're part of the secret
You're gonna
tree
have to point
gang.
it out to us, though.
But
I
now
will. We're not
we
there
know about
yet.
the secret now.
What? But you haven't seen it, so you're not allowed to say anything. We can say secret tree because we've seen it. It's our club.
Secret tree!
Oh, it's
Can
a
we-
club situation.
Can we whisper Secret Trees?
You may not. You can think about it, but you cannot whisper it.
I can't wait to say
Alright.
secret tree.
Don't
Me
just
too.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, nobody say secret tree until we
you
get there.
just said it.
I was telling them not to say secret tree.
This is.
But what about if we don't end up getting to the secret squirrel?
That was a close one. You'll pass. You'll pass for now. I've got my eye on
I
you.
shuffle off hurriedly.
All right. When we get to the secret tree that only we can say the words for, then you can say it.
Can we nickname it?
No.
Treecrit C.
I don't. It has gone away from me.
Tree,
Or Nancy?
C.
Ooh, I like Nancy.
Secret.
I
I can't say
When we
that.
get to Nancy,
I can't wait to see ST.
You can't spell it. You can't use acronyms. You can't make nicknames.
not even Nancy.
Not even Nancy Pinwin.
Oh. All right.
We will get to secret tree. Just follow us. This is really important.
Okay.
Did you have to stand still when you said all that? Can you just keep going?
I was making a point and I apologize. Thank you for saving our lives.
Then are we going to kill them? Is that what we're doing?
Kill who?
The soldiers that came in.
We're just going to show you the secret tree, and then the plan is beyond that, I don't know.
I feel like
yes.
you're teasing us
Yes,
at this point
we're
with
going
all
to
of
kill
this
them.
secret tree.
I don't know if I
Do you
Talk.
have, do you have weaponry that you have access to within that tree? Or nearby?
We've got a... They look at each other. Secret stash. And they nod. Yeah, we've got some weaponry.
Good, you're gonna need it.
All right.
Idiots.
Well, let's go. And they lead you along.
Can I roll to see if I see Faye?
Yeah, give a
tracks
perception
or
check.
anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Or
keep
survival,
my eyes out
if you're
for
looking... If you're going to search
portals.
Good thing it's
Faye.
survival.
As we're walking,
Yeah,
I
it's
want
still going
to
to be like 94.
kind of
Nine-
pull
yeah.
Ballora aside a little bit.
19.
Can I roll to spot a portal or something?
Sure, give me perception.
Natural 20.
That is rad.
Ooh.
Like 31.
That doesn't make a portal there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The portal is right in front of us.
You
was
have
inside us
summoned
the
it
whole
with
I
your vision.
accidentally walk into the portal.
No, you almost do. You're like, oh, secret portal. No, you don't see a portal anywhere around you. But while you are looking around, you become aware that you haven't encountered any like animals or insects or anything in a while. So that's odd to you. And then you got a
19.
for Faye, searching for investigation for Faye. You don't see any signs of Faye right now. Now, what were you going to say?
As we're walking, I kind of pull Ballora to the side a little bit, so we're having a private side conversation.
Okay.
I say, Ballora, I noticed that you were getting a little cagey about some of the stuff Pinwin may have found in the cabin.
Did he tell you what he found in the cabin?
He did mention to Tomar and me.
Well,
And
I suppose you're outsider, so it's not as big of a deal for you. But he wanted to keep that part of his life in the past.
And I understand that, but given the circumstances and everything, if you do think that there's some history here that could be helpful to us, we might need to know it. And you can keep it between, you and Pinwin, or you and I, or
what
whoever you're comfortable with.
What do you mean? What sort of history?
Well, I mean, it's a memory stone. If there's anything that could be helpful, it might be best to let us know.
Oh, I will keep that in mind. Thank you. Your concern for your friends and Pinwin is it's very touching.
Thank you.
And I really like the braids in your hair.
Pinwin did them.
Are you
He
serious?
learned from his sisters.
Ah, that Pinwin, so full of talents.
I know. They're amazing.
So girly.
And they've held up like crazy. I have not washed my hair in weeks.
You should see him braid a rope. One part of the bridge is still fixed because of the way he braided the rope.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
I'm a master braider.
10 experience because that surprised the shit out of me. God damn. That was really good. I liked it. Eventually, Osmo and Barley lead you to like what appears to be like a mound of grass. And they like look around and nod at each other. And they pull the mound of grass up, and it's just like this big, like concave, like shell that's covered in fake grass. And they flip it over, and there's a hole. And they reach into the hole, and they pull out like a canvas sack, and they like sling it up, and they open it up. And Barley pulls an axe out of the bag, and Osmo pulls a short sword out of the bag. And then they nod at each other again. And they nod at you, Tomar. We told you we had weapons.
So can we say it now? Secret stash?
No. You can say secret stash.
Nancy?
Just don't tell. No, Pinwin. Just don't tell anyone
stabs Pinwin
outside
in
of
the
the
throat.
group about secret stash.
Are they magic
We're
weapons?
not idiots.
They are not magic.
So I'm going to use what is it called? I'm going to use Blessing of the Forge on one of them.
And also with you.
I take the axe and then I rub my hand down it and I say a prayer to Worker Egg, and then it suddenly starts to glow, and now he has a +1 axe. So that's to attack and damage rolls.
Okay.
And I might have another one.
I grab Hirstag's staff and I say, "Blessings of my foot," and then I kick the bottom of it slightly.
Good one.
So, who wields the sword?
Barley nods. Or sorry, Osmo nods. I will be
What's your favorite element?
fire.
All right, me too. And then I run my hand up the blade, and it lights up with orange flame.
He drops it. Starts the whole forest on fire.
Shit! He holds it aloft. Oh, this is so cool!
Secret sword!
So for an hour,
Secret sword.
Nancy.
No.
for an hour, while I concentrate on it, that'll also be a +1 sword. So it'll do +1 to attack and damage rolls, plus an additional D4 of fire damage.
I only understood fire damage, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Am I able to, like, put it in a sheath, or would it go out? Would it set me on fire?
I think you'll be fine. It just does fire damage, so it's not on real fire, if you understand.
Oh, it looks very dangerous.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tomas Ironfist.
Grasps the blade.
And he both of them come up and they go to shake your hand.
This is the dwarven way, and then I grab his forearm. Blessings of the Forge, and I grab the other guys.
Yes, and you'll always be welcome in Shadeholm as far as the Dingleroots are concerned.
Well, let's free it up first.
Let's do it. Let's kick some ass.
I like that.
Pinwin,
Yeah.
don't embarrass us.
Why would I embarrass you?
I don't know.
I've done really cool stuff. You have no idea.
Then you're gonna have to prove it.
I point to the braids.
What?
Look at Pinwin. Point to the braids again.
Pinwin jabs his thumb towards it.
Nuts.
Yeah. So, pretty cool stuff,
And other cool stuff.
bud.
Is
Pinwin can
she gonna
fly.
punch me?
She might.
I'm just showing you the braids that Pinwin did.
Oh, okay.
Just if you like cross her in a bad way. Just yeah. My friends are cool.
That will murder you at the drop of a hat.
Yes, they're very cool. He gave us really powerful weapons.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we're your older brothers. I'm your older brother. I just want to make sure you're safe. And I was joking about you and embarrassing us. I know you want to embarrass us,
Yeah.
but don't embarrass us, please.
But now this whole conversation is
Yeah,
kind of fucking
yeah.
embarrassing.
That's fair.
All right, now on to, and they look at each other again. Secret tree, and then they run off. Come on.
I'll follow him.
Yeah, Eiley and Barley, you see those braids?
Yes.
Are you proud?
Uh,
You've taught me well.
Barley? You mean
Or did I
Darla?
say? Yeah, Eiley and Darla.
Yeah, Darla is just kind of like, those are nice. But Eiley's like, great job, Pinwin. Great job.
Thanks. Yeah, you taught me well. I've done a lot of braiding.
But it could use a little bit. And she reaches over at the end of one of the braids and she just does like a little like quick twist. And this like little curled braid ringlet kind of hangs down from the end of one of the braids.
Oh, beautiful.
There you go. Looks very natural now.
I've never had curls before.
Well, stick with me and maybe you'll get some more curls if we survive all this.
She takes an arrow.
Braid my hair, my casket.
Braid my casket.
Pinwin, you have to do it. You're the only one with power. Casket braider. Sundays on Fox. Right after. Sunday. So after just a few more minutes, you guys reach a very large tree, and you can see probably about 500 feet away. You can see the beginnings of like the watchtowers and the walls into the village of Shadeholm. And Barley and Osmo look at each other and they look back at the group. This is now the secret tree.
Secret tree.
Secret tree.
Secret tree.
Secret squirrel.
Secret tree.
Is that a building?
Willem, stop fucking around. Say it.
Nancy.
Close enough, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we
it's
can
fine,
nickname
it's
it
fine.
now.
All right, fine. All right. So, there is a hidden ladder up to the top. And then there's branches that go out and a rope that goes down that will drop you right on the inside walls of the city in an alley next to our inn.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And
What are we waiting for?
it'll be pretty like unseen.
Wait,
it'll be
so
pretty
we
sneaky.
need to come up
Right
with
in
a
the
plan
open.
now.
Yes.
It's going to be really pretty.
Wait, what'd you say?
We're going to be right in the open, so we better be ready to fight.
Oh, so we're not sneaking.
So maybe we go up to the top of the tree and take a look around and see if we can come up with some sort of plan.
Yeah, maybe we want to put out a distraction of some sorts. Would that be a good idea?
Possibly.
And then we can come down, and then they won't even see us, and then we attack them from behind while they're turned around.
Could do that.
What kind of distraction do you need?
I mean, we could
Fireworks?
do a lot of things. We could do fireworks. I could do fireworks,
Wait.
or I could do like a, I don't know, like a creature, like a big creature that looks kind of scary and fun.
You can make a creature.
Mm-hmm.
I misjudged you.
Yep.
You're still a little brat, though.
Yep. That too. Yeah. Do we want to do that, guys? What do you think? Do you all think a distraction sounds good, and then we start taking them out? Do we need a question? I mean, we questioned one before, right?
I say we just take him down, Pinwin.
How many would you estimate being in there?
That we saw? How many did we see?
Probably around like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got this.
around like 50. But I think there were more.
Do you know where they're kind of stationed at? Do they have a headquarters?
Not really. Did you all see that before you got captured?
We know that a lot of them were hanging out at a lot of them hung out at the Humble Cove. They took it over, and then shortly after, they took us. They were looking for you, Pinwin. Now it's time to, show them that you're here.
That's true. Now, last time hiding did not work. So,
Gotta be out in the open.
mm-hmm.
That's where
Unafraid.
Halfling does their best work.
Yes.
Should we
Not
just,
afraid of
like,
anything.
Stroll right in then and just
Okay.
walk right into the front gate.
God, it's really hard to plan when you haven't seen something.
It's true.
Also, what was the point of the secret tree if we don't utilize that?
Well, it secretly drops us in. Then we're just out in the open.
Oh, then we can just kind of walk around and
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking about just walking in.
yeah.
Oh.
So just
So we're gonna
walk
be
in?
sneaky, or are we gonna just?
We're gonna secret tree, drop us in, fuck shit up. On 3.
Okay.
Uno,
Quack, quack,
dos,
quack.
quack.
All right, and you guys break, and Barley and Osmo, they start, they almost look like they're grabbing onto just the tree itself, and they just start like going right up. And the closer you get to the tree, you realize that there's like little secret, like
Tree?
little alcove, like shelving that you wouldn't be able to see unless you're real close, and that's what they're using as a ladder. That looks like it's been carved out of the trunk of the tree. And before you know it, they're way high up there.
Does it look like it'd be hard to climb?
No, not particularly.
Okay. I'm just gonna run up the tree.
Okay. So Willem runs up, does spider climb.
I'm gonna slowly, carefully make my way up.
Okay.
Same?
Well,
Are you flying up or are you climbing up, Tomar?
I'll fly up.
Okay. All right. So eventually, after just a moment, you guys reach the top. And it's a pretty big tree. And when you get up there, there's a platform that's been built out of wood. And you can see all the way in different directions. It's really high up, and you can just see all over. You can see like the majesty of the Blood Forest behind you, and ahead of you, you can see like the tall trees of Shadeholm. And you can, those of you who haven't yet seen Shadeholm, you see like a network of zip lines and bridges and all sorts of like just what would appear to be a lot of chaos, but it looks like almost like it would be super fun to live there. It doesn't look very active. You can see a few plumes of smoke coming up from various buildings. And there's a general, like, very quiet murmur in the city of... It sounds like there are some people moving around, but not as lively as Pinwin has described it to you in the past.
I'll look back behind us and see if I see any portals glowing somewhere.
Give me perception.
21.
21. You do not see any portals glowing.
Any fey creatures?
I'm just going to go ahead and say you don't.
Okay.
You're pretty high up. Yeah, so you guys are up on this platform, and ahead of you is a zip line that leads down to a branch about 100 feet away.
Are we able to see any soldiers?
You
below?
can't. You do not see any soldiers below you.
Zip line that leads to a branch.
Of another tree closer to the village, but still not over. They kind of explain that it's going to go over and then you can drop down.
What can I see on, like, to the right of that?
The right of the
Like,
branch?
could I fly across and, like, round around?
Yeah, you'd be able to easily fly over to it. You wouldn't have to use the zip line.
Oh, I mean, I want to
Oh,
I want to, like...
skirt around
Yeah.
the village? Yeah, you could do that. There's a lot of tree coverage. If you were careful, you'd probably be able to do it.
Okay, I'm going to try that.
All right, give me a stealth.
Do I have disadvantage if I'm not walking?
I would think that you would have
On
it
stealth?
because you're flying. But there is a lot of tree coverage,
Yeah,
so it
that'd
might
be-
cancel out. So just roll regular. This is it. One of those scenarios that...
I love Tomas's rule.
Take that, you damn
And
die.
it sounded so cute, and it's a little
13.
13. Yeah, there is coverage, and you're doing an okay job as you kind of skirt around, and you're give me perception.
so cute.
The
26.
26. The good thing about it is that no one seems to be looking up and looking for someone skirting around the edges, and if they heard anything, they'd probably think it was a bird.
Or a glider.
But you kind of, that's actually a good point. As you perceive, as you're flying around, you do see these large creatures that are sitting in branches, and one kind of leaps down and flies to another branch. Almost glides down to another branch. You've never seen something quite like it.
Put a pin in that one.
But you skirt around the village, and you can see that there's probably, between 40 and 50 that you can see soldiers. Most of them seem to be wearing the Inquisition uniform and armor. And they don't appear to be like very wary. They almost seem like lazily going around as if they've been doing this for a while, and it's old hat.
Are there any, like, a pair standing guard, like, next to each other?
There's a pair standing guard next to the front entrance and at the back entrance.
All right, so I'm going to wait till all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to get within 60 feet of them and just have something ready.
Okay, yeah, there's plenty of tree coverage, so you could float up by one of the, right above them pretty much.
Okay.
And
Good.
about 60 feet up if you'd like. The rest of you, what are you doing? You watch Tomar kind of just piss off and just start flying off.
Later, nerds.
I just always imagine this like the little kind of like Jetsons, like
Like a little rickety.
Are we gonna wait on him, or should we?
Is
Hell
he,
no,
like,
and let him have
actually
all the
doing
fun?
something,
I'm gonna
or-
drop down
How
right
many-
in the middle.
Are there like a bunch? Is there like a system or a circuit of these
Zip lines?
zip lines? Thank you.
This is the only one from this tree, and you remember from earlier that there was a bunch inside the village. Then the closer you get to the village, there are more, but this is the only one in this tree.
I want to get to where there's more zip lines.
Okay, so you probably have to go down to that lower branch about 100 feet away.
Gonna do that.
All right, so you're gonna just climb onto the zip line. Have you ever ridden a zip line before?
Nope.
Do
Okay.
you want me to go with?
No.
So you
Fine.
you take the zip line like handles and you leave off, and immediately you're like, holy shit, like this is a very unique experience. Like you've been up high before, but like flying through the air on a zip line, like going that fast, it's a little unnerving. But you're level 19, so you're probably fine.
Little bit of the adrenaline junkie in me is just like, oh yeah.
And you
Rock hard.
You make it to that other branch, and you see that there is a post that the zip line is connected to. Do you need some?
These cut out for a second. It's
Oh.
fine. It's fine.
Okay. There's a post that the zip line's connected to, and it looks like there's a little like turning gauge on it, like a little crank. And there's an arrow painted on it that points back up the zip line.
Oh, okay. So Billy discerns what that is, but does Willem?
It would be pretty easy to tell that that's how to send the zip line handle
Okay,
back.
gotcha. So yeah, I send it back up.
So, and then it like, you can see that the zip line cord is like turning and bringing it back up there.
And in the meantime, I'm going to get an arrow and have my bow ready.
Okay.
And I'm going to start looking for targets.
All right.
Down on the ground.
Well, you're still about 400 feet away from the village, but this
Jesus Christ.
branch is a big branch, and it goes pretty far up ahead. And then you can see that there's more dense trees. And you think that if you continue down that path, then you'll be well within the realm of the village.
Okay. And there's no more zip lines around me?
Mm-mm.
I want to go to zip lines.
Well, it's a straight shot to a rope is how they described it. You'll be able to get to more zip lines once you're inside the village, though.
Gotcha.
So had...
I thought I was very forthcoming with what I wanted.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time figuring out where the fuck in proximity we are to all this.
So
Okay.
I could draw it, but
I'm just a dum-dum.
no.
Okay,
so the rest of
so
you
for
guys-
me, I'll go on autopilot. I just want to get close to the village. I want to get to more zip lines.
Gotcha.
That's my main priority right now. Looking for targets, looking for zip lines.
Do they need to roll for anything going back and forth on the zip lines?
No, they're pretty well made. And Pinwin and the other halflings would definitely not. Gorbel, you've ridden on a zip line before
With your eyes closed.
with your eyes closed. But as I mentioned, you guys are level 19. A zip line's not much for you. So even Hirstag might be a little bit unnerving, but it's not going to cause you to fall or anything.
His
No,
beard
it's not
gets tangled.
unnerving. I'm not scared of heights.
Oh, well then
I
never mind.
fly all the time. It's
That's
fine.
true. And you fly now all the time. So, yeah, you guys are fine. So, everybody makes it across without any bumps in the road. And you guys have seen that Willem has kind of head down this giant branch towards more of the trees. Would you guys like to follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys head on down there and you get to a platform built into this like intersection of branches. And there's one branch that kind of goes up, and you can see a rope that dangles down. It looks like it goes down about like 20 or 30 feet. So it's still dangling probably about 40 feet from the ground. And Osmo and Barley, they look at each other and they go scrambling up the branch, and then they start to climb down the rope. Just say the word and we'll drop down.
Okay. Well,
What do we see?
So you guys can see that inside the village, there are, much like I described with Tomar, you can see like different clusters of lazily, like just lackadaisical movement. But directly in front of you, you see this big towering structure built like up in a tree. And it is, well, I guess it's a little bit lower than you guys. And it looks to be a really happening joint. There's a lot of halflings and some soldiers walking around in there. It seems like the halflings are giving a respectful distance, and the soldiers just are like having a good time. And there's a big painted sign in the front that says the Humble Cove Inn. This big building isn't built up in the trees. It's at ground level. This tavern. So
it goes the whole way up.
yeah, it goes, but it starts at the ground level.
That's true.
All right, so
Are there any nearby gliders?
we'll use a rolling perception check. You saw some as you were ziplining, but suspiciously they seem to be staying out of the village. There's something they seem to not like inside of the village. but you could possibly
It's
get
us.
to them if you would like to try.
I might. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna come in with an entrance.
Don't look at me.
What does that
I'm
mean?
not there.
You'll find out.
And Willem, you see that one of the branches from this platform kind of climbs up to a higher up walkway, like catwalk, and you can see that there is a zip line up there that leads straight down and to one of the buildings on the ground level.
Cool.
I don't know if you'd like to go up that way or.
Are we within Shadeholm at this point?
Basically, you guys are like. So here's Shadeholm. You guys are like right here.
Okay.
On the
So we can get
above the wall.
Sure, gotcha. So we can get a feel for like the locales and everything like that. Are we so high up that we can't make out like Inquisition soldier, Shadeholm?
Oh no,
resident?
you can definitely tell.
Okay.
Like there's a huge height disparity, but also they tend to all the soldiers tend to wear that black and purple armor.
Okay, so pretty easy to pick out.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I have a pretty good vantage point to like kind of mark or like be like, okay, this is where
You can see
soldiers
that
are posted up?
one of the most prominent is you can see a group of soldiers sitting on kind of like a little terrace area outside and like one of the upper levels of the Humble Coven and Tavern. And they're drinking and they're just kind of chilling out there on like the little patio area.
Group of 4 or more?
5. Yep.
5, okay. I'm going to get into a position with a more straight line of sight shot at those guys.
Gotcha. All right. What's everybody else doing? You're going to give me an athletics. Or no, you won't even need to because this is your home. So you'll be able to get up into those trees.
It's like super favored terrain.
Yeah.
Pinwin's Kevin McAllister up in this shit.
What are you
I guess
doing?
I'm gonna follow Barley and
So you're going to climb up
Company.
that branch and get on the rope? And Hirstag, what are you doing?
I'm gonna create a distraction.
there we go.
Can I see everybody from where I am now?
Give me perception.
Just every time.
15. You can see when they go to the platform, you're able to just barely see that through the trees. But then when they all kind of disperse, you're not able to see exactly where they are. You see like Willem goes off to your right, and you're pretty sure you saw Gorbel climbing up a branch. Pinwin fucked off somewhere, and Hirstag seems to be the only one standing on the platform still.
Okay. I'm going to hold my hammer and I'm going to start muttering quietly to it.
Okay.
Freaking mother.
And then it's going to start glowing like
Okay.
white hot.
All right.
Make a dexterity save for those guys.
Well, that's a natural 20. But the other one was a natural 7. So one would save, I assume, if it's 20.
Yeah, he'll take half damage though.
Okay, cool.
Let Warcrag's justice fall down upon these fucks. And then I'm going to cast Flame Strike.
Flame strike, gotcha.
A vertical column of divine fire roars down from the heavens in a location you specify. Each creature in a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range must make a dex saving throw. A creature takes 4d6 fire damage and 4d6 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
All right.
So here's the fire damage. 11.
Okay.
Radiant. 17.
All right.
So the other guy will take half of both of those.
Okay, so we got 28 and... Okay, so you blast them with this basically like fiery radiant energy and just... They start screaming. And Hirstag, you can hear that scream. You all can hear that scream. That kind of sounds like a signal, if nothing else.
Okay. I will shapeshift into a giant eagle.
Okay.
I'm going to fly down into a... do I see any big clearings?
Yeah, there's plenty.
A big clearing with lots of guards in the area if I can.
Yeah, you can see that probably about 50 feet down and back, there's probably like 6 guards in this open clearing, and they seem to be like joking around with each other, just not paying attention to anything.
There's 6 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll go and I'll just land there.
Okay, so you turn into a giant eagle, and you land, and you just
Yeah,
hear like,
I'll land and I'll just kind of like spread my wings and
and then you just hear holy shit as they like back up and they start reaching for their weapons. Gorbel, what are you doing? Because after all these little surprise rounds, I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative, so keep that in mind.
Am I down on the ground?
No, you're up on that rope. What are you gonna do?
Shit. How close do I see anybody? Any soldiers?
You can see, like, most of them seem to be in the Humble Cove Inn.
How far away?
From your dangling precipice there, probably 60, 70 feet.
Okay.
But you're also about 40 feet in the air.
Would I be within 120 feet?
You would.
Cool. I'm going to look at one
Okay.
and cast Firebolt.
All right. So go ahead and give me some damage.
I have to cast it. 28.
28. That hits for sure.
Okay. And then I need 40-10.
Here you go.
32 damage.
Whoa! 32 damage to
Fire
one
damage.
to one soldier. He like you said you meet his eyes.
I didn't say that,
Oh.
but
Okay, sorry. So you point your hand out and then this
it's just a finger.
you point one finger out and then this fiery spear just flies out of the tip of your finger pretty much and strikes him right in the chest and he falls backwards. And his shirt's on fire and he's like rolling around on the ground trying to put it out. You watch as Barley and Osmo let go of the rope and land, and they land in like readied positions, and they immediately like go off in two separate directions at like a very equal pace. Like this is something they've trained for. Willem.
So I pull my magical arrow out, and it's a blue hue, and I take aim at the 5 soldiers that I have line of sight on, and I let loose on those motherfuckers.
All right, give me a roll.
That's going to be an 18.
18. Okay, and now roll the damage for me, please.
Sick. So
If this doesn't work, do we all have BAM cards?
Yep.
14 for my regular base, and my sneak attack. Yeah.
Well, I think you aren't. Isn't it with that arrow? I thought it was like it was like 4d10 or something, or 6d10.
Okay.
It's something like insane because
Sure.
it's like a very rare use.
I'm into it.
Is it not in the weapon description?
I have never put it into D&D Beyond. This has been like I haven't done a note card.
You know what I realized?
6d10?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't take Aster back. We're gonna have
He's on
to
the
do
ship.
that again.
He's on the airship.
I know, but
We're going
he's
back
gonna
there
be
anyway.
a whole extra
Oh,
trip.
man.
That's funny.
39.
Plus your sneak attack bonus.
Jesus.
24.
So 39 plus 24. Okay, so this group of relaxed soldiers, they're just sitting around drinking mugs of ale and having like a good time. They seem a little bit drunk, and from beyond their like line of sight, slightly up and probably 50 feet away from them, they hear a, or no, I think it's like what, 60 feet. Yeah, they hear a. And a bright flash of blue and purple energy just. And there's a smoking crater where those soldiers once were. Singed body parts have flown everywhere.
Now you got a stew going.
Pinwin.
Nishanov?
Nope, Pinwin.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Pinwin, you have reached a roost of gliders. You can see these creatures. Describe them, please. I feel like it's going to come better from you.
They basically are flying squirrels, but they're bigger. So, yeah, they
How
look
big are they?
like horse size. Isn't that kind of what we were talking about? That would make sense.
I
Or
think
was that the striders? that
They're
were big?
they're medium sized. So like one of us couldn't ride them, but you could because you're small.
okay.
Boo.
Yeah. So like, what size comparison would that be?
That'd be like a big
human.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, They're really cute, though. Just like squirrels are really cute. It's like they've got the big bushy tails, and then
What color are they?
they are like a bright reddish brown.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. They look really cute, but if you're not used to them, they'd probably be a little creepy.
Okay, so
But-
you come up.
They've got big puffy tails that are kind of prehensile too. Like
Okay.
They hang upside down when they sleep and stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come up onto a group of 4 of these, and they immediately like look a little bit like nervous by your presence, and they're kind of like chittering, like.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to convince them to let one of me ride them down
Okay.
and say it's to, like to
What-
protect the forest and
Go
the
ahead
city.
and say it how you
Okay.
would if you were them.
Okay, my glider friends, I need your help. Can you let me ride one of you down, and can we all just fly down into the village?
They like
I don't know.
stare at you for a second, and then they like look at each other. And the one in the front kind of turns towards you. It's slightly like more rust colored than red, and he's got like a few like white patches in his fur.
He's the Murtaugh.
Getting too old for this shit.
He looks you up and down, and then he turns over and he shows you his back.
Yes. I know that you all are cautious right now, but this is to protect our home. And so I'll hop on his back.
Give me animal handling.
Okay. I haven't used animal handling in like forever. I
Most
hope
people
it's
don't
high.
ever use it.
Yeah. 14?
14's not bad. So you climb on. It's been a while since you've been on a glider, if ever, and so it takes you a moment to get kind of situated, but then you feel like you're secure enough, and
Okay.
they seem to be waiting for you.
All right. And then I'm going to just say, go, and we're going to fly.
Where are you guys
going? Basically follow like the zip line way, so we'll come down in the middle of the city.
Okay, so you're actually going to be very close to Hirstag.
Okay.
All right, so you go, let's go, or what did you say?
Yeah, I think like, go.
Okay, and the first one steps off, and you see like their large skin flap kind of billow out, and they shoot right down, but you can hear behind you, and the other 3 gliders are immediately in tow,
yeah.
and you guys all land right down, or you don't all land. They kind of swoop low, and allowing you close enough to the ground where you could jump off if you would like.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, they probably use their tails to hit stuff.
They
Like a
might.
bludgeon.
Yeah. All right. I'll do that, and then as I land, I'll yell, "Are you looking for me?"
You land right next to the giant eagle, Hirstag. And Hirstag, you see out of the corner of your eye, you see a shadow descend, and then all of a sudden, Pinwin leaves. I wish we had video. That was so good. And then you see Pinwin all of a sudden drop down and yell, "Are you looking for me?" Everyone, roll initiative.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That was
Really
fun.
bad.
All right, Willem, what's your initiative?
Whoa.
12.
12. All right. Gorbel, what's yours?
25.
All right. Hirstag, what's yours?
7.
I'm sorry, it's 26. I'm bad at math
Okay.
today.
What a...
Forever.
Pinwin, what's yours?
I think it was 12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the same as Willem, so who has a higher initiative?
I had
I've-
plus 8.
plus 10.
Okay. And Tomar.
22.
All right. And Gorbel,
Yeah.
you're first up. You have just singed this one soldier with your firebolt.
Am I on the ground yet?
No, you would have to release yourself from the rope.
I release myself.
All right. Give me acrobatics.
26.
All right, you slide to the end of the rope and let go, and you drop the 40 feet, no problem, and you just land. Very, very well.
But then
Now
your
what?
knees bend backwards and shout out in horror.
Just look down.
Okay.
You're in the ground.
Who's in my range?
So within your immediate range, you've got about 30 to 40 feet that way. We'll say 40 feet. That, to your right, you see a giant eagle and Pinwin standing in front of 6 soldiers. You can see around the city, most of the soldiers are still trying to figure out what's going on, so they're still really slow on the draw. And to your immediate left, you see a cluster of about 10 total soldiers that are standing with their mouth agape, slack-jawed, holding mugs and glasses inside of the Humble Cove Inn.
Honeycomb Inn. How long has it been since I've had honeycombs?
Yeah, that's
Those are
Me want
not.
honeycomb.
Those are not good.
no, they're not.
Oh, me don't want
Terrible.
honeycomb.
Me want food.
Okay.
Hirstag. Whoa.
Is the cluster that is within
Humble
in
Cove?
Yeah. Are they within 90 feet of me?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So
They're all kind of inside the main room on the ground floor of the Humble Inn.
not wanting to damage the structure.
Thank you.
I'm going to. It might stink a little. I'm going to cast Stinking Cloud
Okay.
at that cluster.
All right.
Haven't done that one in a while.
So describe for the audience how this looks. Well, I guess let's see if they've.
Have you seen Ace Ventura?
What's the save?
19.
Or Dumb and
wisdom?
Dumber when he
Constitution.
he raises his legs.
That's a natural one. So we're gonna say
Oh,
that's
boy.
an immediate fail for all 10 inside that room.
Okay.
Well, do your worst.
All right. I get down to the ground. I do a quick scan. I see that Hirstag and Pinwin probably have that group covered. And I'm looking to try to at least contain as many as possible right now. So I see that group. I lock in on them. I do a quick turnaround. Spread my cheeks and then,
And a noxious yellow cloud
Skirt fluttering in the breeze.
zooms right out of you and into the ground level of the Humble Inn. You just hear, you see people are retching and puking, and a lot of them are on the ground crawling, crying. It's real bad. It doesn't do any physical damage though, does it? It just kind of incapacitates them.
Right, that's how they're using their next turn is
Okay.
retching.
And because they have a natural 1, they're all gonna be just grabbing at their throats and they can't get out, they can't see, it's too noxious and too they're just everything burns.
While I'm still bent over, I look over my shoulder and I see that it was a success. Yes.
I pictured a quick zoom.
like a kung fu movie zoom. All right, Tomar.
Having singed these 2 fucks with the Allfather's forge, I'm gonna
Real cool.
I'm gonna swoop down and then I'm gonna hit one of the guys with the long beard.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay. 10 damage. Make a wisdom save.
That would be a 13.
All right. So as I'm flying down to hit, the Longbeard glows on the maul, and he takes 21 fire damage.
You also have Divine
Ow.
Strike.
It's not. It's a feature of the weapon.
You also have Divine Strike.
Oh yeah, and that's 2d8s.
Ah, shit. Them kids are gonna feel it.
7 more damage. Fire.
Show me what you got.
So this fucking hammer is lit the fuck up. And I just bring it down on top of that dude's head, and it kind of just explodes with flame. And then I'm going to look at the other guy, and I'm going to raise the hammer up, and right next to him, like a glowing volcano is going to come up out of the ground, and another version of the hammer is going to pop up, and I'm going to spiritual weapon that motherfucker.
You just hear a no, 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 no.
16.
16 to hit.
Yep.
That hits.
And I'm gonna cast it at
These are some
4th
dopey-ass
level.
motherfuckers.
14 damage.
14 damage. All right. This guy he's hurting, but he's not down yet. He's just like, oh no, please don't kill me.
I don't know what you're saying.
Can you
Lindsey.
check your phone?
Why?
I asked you a question so then I don't have to be confused right now.
May I ask you a question?
All right. Yeah, he's like crouched down, like holding his side, like, please spare me. Spare me. I'm just a god.
You fucked with the wrong town, buddy.
All right.
Let me guess, you were just following orders.
So, Hirstag, the group of 6 now seeing you, and they kind of get their wits about them. They kind of fan out a little bit, and they seem to be like they're going to try to like pincher move you. They're going to different sides of you, and they're all going to move in as one unit.
All right. Just gonna
Perfect.
try to look intimidating as possible.
22 to hit.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man.
that hits. Who the hell is my giant eagle?
You are
there
going
you
to take 38 damage.
go. 38 damage.
And while they all come in at once, it's swords ablaze, and they all end up hitting you, but not just kind of like glancing blows. Like it's a pincher move, but they don't seem very good at it. Just FYI.
Okay, 20, so 36. So I take 12 damage. So my form drops.
Okay.
12 damage.
You hear a "Ah!"
And I'm standing there just at the ready with my staff
Okay.
in my hand, my shield in the other hand.
All right, Willem, it is your turn.
Fantastic. What do I got in proximity to me?
You actually don't see many more soldiers near the Humble Brew, but Humble Cove Inn, and but you notice that if you were to skirt around, you would be a lot closer to another 2 soldiers that are seemingly unoccupied right now. Like, this has happened so quickly, they haven't realized it yet.
Okay. Is there a zip line leading down to or around them?
Not to them in particular.
Is there a zip line that would take me down further to the ground that would keep them in my line of sight?
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a running start at this zip line,
Okay.
jump up onto it, grab it,
Mm-hmm.
and then pull myself up and hang by my legs.
Okay.
Drum.
What's your acrobatics score naturally? Your skill.
what's your bonus?
Yeah. What's your bonus?
Plus 17.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you're fine.
I was like, I have a plus 17. I don't know what that's plus 2. If there's like a base acrobatics, but yeah,
no, I
plus
just
17.
look at
Okay.
what
Sorry.
you would succeed.
Okay. And as the zip line starts descending, I'm gonna draw my bow and shoot at those fuckers.
Okay. So give me an attack roll.
That is a 32.
Okay. And you get another attack, right? So go ahead and roll that one, and then roll the damage.
All right. The next one is a 19.
Okay.
All right.
And then I guess I should clarify, are you just shooting one guy twice or both of them?
Shooting each of them once.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. And did they see me coming?
They did not.
Sweet. All right.
There would be no way.
Fucking way. So for the first one, is going to be 9. All right. That is a 32 for the first one.
Okay, go ahead and roll the next one.
All right, and for the next guy, that is an 11.
An 11?
Yes.
Okay. Willem, you spot the zip line. You look down, you see them. You look up at the zip line again, and you start trucking. You jump up, you flip upside down as the zip line's going down, and you fire your first arrow, and it goes right in this dude's head, and he drops down dead. The second dude he sees that happen, and he's looking up just in time, and your arrow like crosses his cheek, doesn't take him down, but it is a pretty good glancing blow, and he oh God, my face! As the zip line goes down, and then you kind of flip back up and land on your feet, and that'll be the end of your turn. All right.
Oh God, my face!
My beautiful face! Pinwin.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'll cast Hail of Thorns at 5th level.
All right.
And then I'm gonna fire at probably the middle dude. So, because I guess, are they kind of standing like in a line, the 6 soldiers?
They're kind of semicircled, but they're right next to Hirstag.
Is there a way that I can hit the group of them without hitting Hirstag? Like finding a 5?
He is within 5 feet of them, of 3 of them.
Yeah, they like circled around me and all stabbed me.
But if it's coming from behind them or something?
You have to target
I
a
guess,
specific.
yeah.
You could probably. Yeah, you do have to hit somebody.
You could use your bonus action for Hunter's Mark instead.
It's up to you.
Is it too late now though? Since I
You
said
haven't
Hail of
fired,
Thorns?
but I'll let you choose Hunter's Mark if you'd like.
Because it'll keep going and you can move it to
I know.
other people.
That's true. I thought about it, but Hail of Thorns is good for a group. But yeah, I'll just do Hunter's Mark then at 5th level. And then
Well, it doesn't.
If you
it doesn't
did-
raise the damage.
If you did
that's
shoot
right.
me, though, you would hit all of them.
But why would she want
I
to
don't
do
know.
that? I mean, he want to do that.
That's interesting.
It would if he thought that Hirstag could handle it and they couldn't handle it. That might be an option.
it'd be a lot of dice though. It'd be 5d10. So
That sounds like a-
yeah.
It sounds like a Maury tactic.
Definitely.
Something Maury would have done.
You were fine.
It was just a rhino.
Whose arm is still hanging out of Hirstag's backpack, and that time limit's going down.
Yeah, it is.
I think
Okay.
I better check the calendar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait,
Past the
never
expiration
mind.
date.
You're level 19 now. You have access to True Resurrection, right?
I do, but I wouldn't use that on.
Okay. Well,
Damn.
I'll check the calendar, but you might be close to the time limit for Maury.
That's some cold shit.
Okay, then I'll
Well,
go
we have a
for
cleric with us now, so.
Oh,
yeah. I'll go for the one that's closer to Hirstag though, to hopefully.
Okay, in between like you and Hirstag directly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so I'll go ahead and try to hit him with my Hunter's Mark. So, yay. So that was 31.
31 hits.
Okay. And then, whoa. Yay. Okay. Then 14 damage for the first attack.
All right, 14 damage.
And I'll go for the second one. 13 plus 26.
That hits.
Okay. Nice. Hitting another 8. Okay. Yeah, 14 again.
14 again. All right, Pinwin. So you loose one bow or one arrow, hits one of the guys right in the back, and then you immediately fire another arrow so close to it, it's like boom, right in the same spot, and he's just like, and he just drops down.
Yeah.
Hirstag.
That was 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. So I am going to adjust my. I'm going to pull down my hood.
Okay.
I'm going to adjust my jade circlet.
All right.
Then I'm going to slam my staff into the ground, and I'm going to grow massive.
How massive?
My skin turns to stone.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I turn into a massive stone golem. The one that I saw
Nice.
in the Beldorak.
Wow.
And I have
Can you?
I have a beard.
How big can you make yourself? You can just turn into them.
What was the
He was 80 feet tall.
CR?
Or no, he wasn't 80 feet tall. He's 60 feet
What
tall.
was the CR?
The CR?
You can pick one.
It's a CR of 16.
Sick. Perfect. So yeah, I turn into an 80-foot,
60 foot.
Sorry.
60-foot stone golem
So
with a beard. My eyes are glowing green,
Oh, he's totally a Colossus.
and I'm just like roaring.
So you guys watch. Everyone sees this. Just and then you watch as Hirstag's body like starts to expand, and then like his skin turns stone colored, and like there's cracks of rock all along his body, and then he grows 60 feet tall, his eyes glowing green, a beard spilling down, and he or do it again. And it shakes, it reverberates against the inside walls of the village, and those 6 soldiers that were by you all of a sudden drop their weapons and start running away from you. And you guys can see everywhere these soldiers are just like, "Ah!" Anyone of you that were currently engaged is now no longer engaged with these soldiers because they're running like crazy. This is one of the scariest things they've ever seen.
And that
We're
was
just
the
like, sink.
9th level spell shape change.
Can I use my reaction?
Yeah, you will all get an attack of opportunity if you are currently engaged with an enemy.
Sweet.
Except for the enemies you were dealing with, because they're still gasping for air and struggling to breathe inside.
So 32 to hit. I'm going to throw the Longbeard at the guy as he's trying to run away.
Okay, yeah. That will hit. He's like running down the path outside of the village, like that clearing that you guys passed when you first got there.
12 regular damage. 9 fire damage. Wisdom save.
11.
And then 12 more fire damage.
So, I mean, show me what you got.
Swing the hammer and it starts on fire, and I just fucking huck it at him.
And as he's running, it just like the pickaxe side of it just right in his head, and he just...
The hammer kind of flies past him, but then I pull it back and it flies back to my hand.
That as you hear the roar again and you turn around and you can see giant stone golem Hirstag just like screaming into the void. All right, and you see this stone golem screaming, and the rest of you can also see this. The gliders are actually a little bit frightened too, so they were swooping around, but they go back into the trees and they like are nervously waiting. And all of a sudden, in the center of the village, you guys see like a spark in midair, and then you start seeing this swirling shape form, and almost like the aperture of an eye, this portal opens up right in the center of the village.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
And you can see smoke billowing out of it, and beyond it looks like flames. And
Oh, no.
slowly out of this portal, this giant creature climbs out of the portal. It looks like part like scorpion, part turtle, but it's got almost like a dragon's face on it, and it looks around at the village, and it looks right at the biggest thing it can see, which is Hirstag, and it screams at you. And Hirstag screams back, and that's where we're going to end for the night.
Kaiju Boogaloo.
Fuck, that was tight.
Yikes.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Where did that come from?
This is going to be a
The
dope
portal.
Christmas episode.
That's not an undead portal, right? That wasn't undead.
That was
Looked
a
like
demonic
hell.
portal.
Oh, boy.
Or maybe the fire plane.
You guys are going to receive 8,500 experience points.
That's a lot.
Zippity-doo. How about you?
What else do you deserve experience for?
Christening my new hammer with the blood of my foes.
50 experience points.
Turning into a massive stone golem.
Oh, yeah, that was so
100
cool.
experience points.
He should for that sweet zip line thing.
That
from
fucking
his
awesome
legs.
ass zipline move. 100 experience points.
Pinwin getting fucking glider friends.
100 experience
God,
points.
that's
And
rad.
change yours
Yeah.
to 100, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Fart cloud.
fart cloud.
First firebolt, then immediately
Effective
fart
fart
cloud. So
cloud.
the one guy standing outside is like, ah! And then 100 experience points.
Was that my first time using Firebolt in this campaign?
I believe so. I
think
have
so
never
too.
heard you
Yeah.
use it. So
Nice.
Cool.
Wait, how much did you say?
100.
You might have used it when you first got it, because didn't you get it recently?
Very, very
I
recently.
feel like you said I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Well, I did that the other night when we were playing that other campaign.
I don't know. Who knows? Somebody in the comments or whatever, fucking.
I don't know what I was doing.
I don't remember what I do here.
Exploding
Usually
some
drunk.
soldiers.
Exploding some soldiers. An additional
Very cool.
75 experience.
Getting more information from my mom, and
Ooh,
now I know
yeah.
I was conceived in Moonreach.
75 experience.
Yeah, road baby.
Road baby!
That's a song
Trying to
for sure.
Yep, not,
Building a
gotta write
little
it.
rapport with Pinwin's mom.
Yeah, you can have 50 for that.
Oh, blessing Pinwin's brother's weapons.
Ooh.
Very important. That will be an additional 100 experience
They
points.
gonna do something?
Broing out with Hirstag.
Pronoun out with her I can't talk.
Hirstag.
You guys can each have 25 experience points.
Yay.
Little companion interaction.
I don't have this portal out of here.
I thought Tomar and I, this might not be an experience thing, but I liked our reaction when we were trying to hear what Pinwin saw in the memory stone. You could tell we were raised by the same people.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, yeah, family bonding, 25 each.
Do I get any for guessing that what that straight up was? With him being like a painter bard?
That was last episode.
And I just feel like that's you and me being on the same wavelength.
Fine.
I'll not experience, but we'll get something for you.
A new
It's a
car.
paintbrush.
Inspiration. How about that?
I already have
And
it.
that was last episode.
I'll
I'm
take
pretty
his
sure.
inspiration.
Yeah, I just forgot to
Oh,
mention
yeah.
it. Whatever.
Well, have inspiration again, even though you have it. So now you have one.
Hirstag
Still.
for getting that look of terror.
Oh, yeah. And
yeah.
bird form just.
You nailed it. 25.
Cool.
All right. I think it's time for tonight's MVPC. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is this session's most valuable player character. So you decide, based on the events that happen in this session, who deserves an extra 500 experience points. That's right. Everybody was so cool, myself included.
Cool ass motherfucker.
So think about what you want, who you want. Jesus Christ, Tomas. You can't wait. 2
It
seconds.
sounds like you're trying to use hot dogs as chopsticks.
There's so many dice. I'm gonna shovel them.
So you guys have to decide who is going to... Taking your dice privileges away. You're going to have to decide who you want to get that extra 500 experience points. And just so you remember, Willem is 1, Hirstag's 2, Tomar is 3, Pinwin is 4, and Gorbel is 5. Consider what person you want, and then take a moment, and then I'll have you vote.
Can I vote for Ballora for calling her own child a road baby?
If you want to give me experience points, yes, you can.
I wish we could half vote.
Is everybody ready? Mm-hmm. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, vote! All right, we've got 3 votes for Hirstag, 1 vote for Gorbel, 1 vote for Tomar. Elijah, why'd you vote for Tomar?
Because he threw his hammer at all the fire, and the hammer came back and stuff. That's like Thor, and it's fucking awesome.
Except way cooler because it's fire
Yep.
instead of lightning.
Oh, man.
All right.
Did you not know that the Longbeard comes back?
Yeah.
That's tight.
Haven't you
That's
already done that
super
before?
tight.
Nope.
I think that's the first time. Yeah, I think
I
that's the
haven't
first
used
time.
it in Melee at all yet.
Yeah.
I was completely unsurprised because I was like, yeah, you've done that before. In my head.
That was real life.
But he was just using it to get spaghetti out of the fridge.
And all I did was break my cupboard.
It's just.
That's what caused the hole in the wall.
It's still. We're in the working phase on it. Willem, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Fart cloud.
Just
I'm never not going to vote for Gorbel when she uses Fart Cloud.
Keep that in mind.
I will.
That shit cracks me up, and it's the best. And
Because
people
she's so
struggling.
serious, and then it's just like a massive fart.
and the idea of her just being like, yeah, just Fart Cloud, and then like being so satisfied, like, yeah.
The bend and snap.
Yes.
It's very Ren and Stimpy in my head, and it's really great.
Tomar, why'd you vote for Hirstag?
I wasn't going to vote for him at all until he fucking pulled out the stone golem thing. That was
that was
so
cool.
Yes.
tight.
That was pretty dope.
I think we all agree on that.
Is that
Nobody
why-
was going to vote for him.
Yeah,
Is
stone
that-
golem.
Otherwise,
that
I was
was
going to
so
vote for Pinwin because of the glider thing. That was a really cool idea.
It was so hard. You guys were all really good.
Tomar's Thorin out. Herstag is hulking out. Willem is Hawkeyeing out.
He's flipping
It
out,
reminded me of the rock monster and
farting out, gliding out.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
Well,
fight.
I think that means
Yeah.
that tonight's MVPC is Hirstag Treehollow.
Hyphen Iron Fist.
Yes, sorry, Hirstag Ironfist, or you can choose. It's your life.
Right. Yeah.
Take that 500 experience
Hashtag
points.
Tree Fist.
Iron Hollow. I do like Tree Fist.
I like both of those. Those are both great, actually.
Take your 500 experience and figure out what you want to do with your clan name.
All right.
All right, so that's it for tonight's episode. Once again, guys, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to Chad Piper for doing our intro song. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music.
Thank you.
Thanks to all of you listeners. Check out our social media: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Vine, J-Day, all the good ones. And
Snapchat.
please check out our Patreon, and if you like what you hear, think about donating. We've got some awesome stuff for different tiers, including our Discord server.
And even more awesome stuff planned with your support.
Exactly. And so those of you who are our patrons and have made us warlocks so far, thank you so much. And check out that thank you video we made for you patrons. And even you non-patrons, you can check it out because it's hilarious. But other than that, I think that's it. We'll see you next week. And I think that's Christmas. So if there's nothing else, guys, this is Seth, your host and DM, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Not Christmas yet.
Bye.
I was like, how awkward is this going to be?
About that dick ripping, though.
What?
We
Dick ripping.
we tried to do a D&D session at our mom's house.
oh my god, and she sexually assaulted the
Stop stealing my thunder. Jeez.
Wait, who did?
All of us but you. It was when you were working. Otherwise, we would have invited you.
Nah, that's fine.
But we were playing Avernus. And
In the furnace.
these two guards, they were just protecting the bar that everyone was in. They had nothing to do with the events at all whatsoever. And our mom got it in her head. She's like, I want that Half Ogre's Great Club.
Because I wanted my character wanted the Great Club, and she was like, I'm going to make that happen, basically. And so that became her mission, to get the Half Ogre's Great Club.
Why anyone would want a Great Club, I don't know. It's not even that good of a weapon. So she goes up. Half Ogres are just stupid. Like, she probably could have, like, convinced it or something. I don't know. But she immediately threatens it. And then when it's, like, laughing at her, she grabs its dick and she's like, I'm going to rip your fucking dick off. And then that caused a spiral of events which led to all of them almost dying multiple times because these two things that were guarding the door were too powerful. The tavern owner getting in the fight, getting killed by Seth's character. He got he got put to sleep, and then his character went up and like burning handsed him while he was asleep and killed him.
And started the bar on fire.
And the bar got started on fire.
Were you DMing this?
Yeah, and it was just total chaos. Like, they didn't even get remotely into what was supposed to happen. It was just chaos right from the jump.
Nice.
So
You're welcome to come if you ever have a time where you're off work in time.
be
on
careful.
Wednesdays.
Be careful when having your parents play D&D.
Because you're going to find out some stuff. She's a dick ripper.
And she went
If anyone
immediately
were-
to that. We're like,
Yeah, she's like, give me the club or I'm going to rip your dick off.
it's like,
That's like how she said it. and then you were like, what? And then she's like, well, I'm going to grab his dick.
and twist it.
Yeah.
She mistook the dick for the great club.
Then he like
We've all made that
headbutted
mistake.
her and like beat her ass for a while. Like almost everybody went down at least once.
I went down
you
twice.
went down twice. Like, it was chaos, man.
I wasn't even there most of it. But then I got knocked unconscious from the bartender.
I don't know.
Yeah, because he
Shot you
suddenly
in the
pulled
neck.
out
he
a
shot you, yep.
crossbow.
Man,
I was the only one being remote.
Being first level sucks.
And then he abandoned
he
the
ran
campaign.
away.
He decided his character would not return.
Because we're all evil as fuck. My character has to be evil.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine. Before I got into the character, I thought he'd be chaotic good, but you know,
I
he's
lowered
gonna be-
I lowered him down to neutral, chaotic neutral.
I didn't really know what kind of character he was gonna be until I started playing, and I was like,
As soon as you burning hand someone who was unconscious, I was like, that's probably bad. That's probably a bad thing to do.
well, I Burning's hand the bar. He just happened to be in the radius of the bar.
Yeah.
Killed him.
You killed them.
I have no regrets.
One fell swoop.
I have a hard time being
And
evil.
your god has abandoned you.
Discord. My phone number is
555-555-555. I just I love that Dave Chappelle. Like, I will never get over where he's just like, the reason they have fake numbers in movies is because they'd say 555-555-555. It's because somebody, if they put a real number in there, somebody would call and go, "Is Indiana Jones there?" No, you idiot! That's a fictional character. And people are doing it. People still try to call 867-5309 all the time.
I do.
Have you?
Like every other week.
what happened.
I've got it speed dial.
Nothing happens.
I don't know. I think it's somebody's number.
Talk to Barb. Hey, Barb. She might
like,
steal your
"Leave
phone
me
number, huh?
alone."
Last time she was like, I swear by my fucking dead husband, I'm gonna find you. And then I hung up on her.
Don't hang up on me.
I'm tracing the call.
You hang up on me, I'll cut you like a fish.
She still has like a caller ID, but you have to wait till it like gives you the number.
Yeah, like, we're tracing the number. Oh, God, he hung up too soon.
Oh, we know it's in the United States, but shit.
Wow, caller ID.
What a
What a-
wild.
This is the second episode we talked
Yeah.
about caller ID.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why are we-
A whole week later.
*679.
If this is your first episode, and if it is, as I always say, go the fuck somewhere else. We don't want you
Somewhere else being-
part-time.
Back
No.
to the
No.
first episode.
Yeah, somewhere else being the
Direct
first
them
episode.
well.
Choose another podcast.
Fuck you guys. I have a knife in my hand right now. If you
Please
if I
stay.
find out that you are listening to this
Who
episode
untethered
first,
him again? We talked
What
about this.
is
Hands
happening?
behind the
What if
back.
they're like Brett?
we not
What
fight
if they're
him?
like Brett? He had it like sorted wrong.
Brett.
Stop.
No, I'm kidding. I am so kidding.
Come back, come back, come back, come
If
back.
this
buddy,
is your
come back.
first episode.
Why haven't you been doing this? with your life, for real?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dragons roasting politicians.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Santa
Deck the
sucking
hall.
off.
La 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 la. Sorry, spit everywhere.
Deck the goddamn holes.
What was
This Christmas, spread the love.
somebody's getting decked? Somebody's halls are getting decked. That's what it is.
There we go.
Deck the balls.
Batten down the hatches and deck those halls. What was the?
Ho ho ho!
What was? It's not even Christmas yet, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, sorry.
That
Well, you got to do the
club.
promo for when the movie comes
Yeah,
out.
what are we gonna
That
do
club
for
in
the
Cedar
actual
Rapids.
Christmas?
What was it?
Liquid Lounge.
Oh yeah. Liquid Lounge.
Gross.
Yeah.
Snake juice.
Snake juice.
Get me more that snork juice.
And it always reminds me of my dad. Baby in space. He would just carry me around the house and go, baby in space.
When you were like 12,
This was literally yesterday.
then
So
he threw you out the window. Baby in
he's very
space.
strong.
He's very
Yeah. Baby in fucking car window. Baby in body slam. Bam.
Baby in piano just throws you in, slams the piano down.